What's up guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. So in case you haven't watched my previous video, I recommend you go on and watch that one. But just to give you a breakdown of what is actually going on, Jayan, who is a Filipino married to an American, recently some of their disagreement has led to some online expose and videos coming out on both ends. So we already covered Chad2dad's video and his side of the story, and I'm sure you guys have a few things to say about that. But this video is mostly centered around Jayan's response to that video. So clearly Jayan definitely has something to say with regards to how he's been behaving. So let's get to it.
Take long. It only took 2 years, literally to the day, December 27th, for my Filipino wife to become fully Americanized.
I think the word Americanized has nothing to do with someone who is disrespectful, especially to your people. Let's say that your closest people. It's because he disrespected my parents, screaming, snatching some things
a grown
verbally and
ass
physically. So,
man.
what I am done, you are really disrespecting me and abusing me. I think that's enough. You can do it. You can do it 24/7 to me. You can do it to the point that you're gonna be disrespecting my people, especially my parents. I think that's what draw the line. I think that's when the time that I said I want to separate. It's not because I wanted to separate, just because I wanted it. I've dealt a lot with him for the last 2 years that I am here.
I am going to think that her parents are even much younger than her husband, and that must really put her parents in a position where they really can't speak up or like challenge him in any way.
He provides. As far as I remember, I'm always grateful for him. I'm always vocal, thanking him for for my life right now.
When it comes to like dealing with older men, there are a lot of women that are stuck in relationships where a man is super controlling and they start to feel suffocated. There are a lot of relationships where age plays a big factor on how communication is being expressed. But it seems to me like Jayan is also feeling really depressed in this moment.
You are wondering why my parents came here, because we supposedly go back to the Philippines for 3 months, just me and the kids. It's because I am really homesick. I've been here for 2 years. He promised me that we're gonna go back to the Philippines at least once or twice a year, but that never happened. And so I kept on telling him it's because we have activities.
As a mother, Jayan sharing her culture and ethics and just everything about how she became who she is. These kids also deserve to know that side of her, and most of her videos has always been dedicated to being a Filipino trad wife. So that tells you like how appreciative she's always been about having a husband like him. For him, I guess it's not enough to be having an account and running an account where it showcases the lifestyle that you provide. So if that's not enough, I wonder what else she has to be for him to be satisfied.
Him in social media, I never criticizes him. It's always praising, even though there's something going on inside our house. I will never speak or talk about our fights on my social media. It's because I am protecting him and I'm protecting my children. We have kids, The next 10, 20 years, there's going to be social media and they might see this. I think it's really selfish for him to post for views, for attention, for if you can go up here and talk to me and you will say to people that out of transparency, I will talk about it, but you're transparent to the public, but aren't to me.
I said it in the last video. Him coming to the internet and just like talking about the situation when your wife is right upstairs It just screams childish to me, and I'm so glad she finally addressed this, because I mean, there are moments where even as a family, both couples can decide not to speak to each other for a while, but like without talking to each other or even trying to discuss this or speaking to close friends or trying to make things work, you go to the internet and just like explain everything because you're catfishing for views or whatnot, looking for sympathy. You want people to be on your side. That just sucks. I'm glad she addressed that.
I just wanted to let you know too that we have a really good relationship with the ex-wife. To be honest with you, she's really nice to my kids and she's really nice to me. She's like my closest mother here. I can talk to her anytime, and she's really a good person. I remember when we were in the mainland, she told us, my parents and me, and she said that this is my gift to you.
Oh, something doesn't seem right to me, because it seems like someone else is doing the payments or someone else is taking care of the finances. Who is actually in charge of the finances? His ex-wife or Chad? Because it seems to me like Chad wants us to believe that he takes care of the family and whatnot, which, yes, we do understand that fact, but Jayan is also trying to say that a whole trip was sponsored by the ex-wife, both the Disney trip they had before the argument and the tickets were booked by the ex-wife. So who is in charge?
My gift to you. You are wondering why my parents came over, because we supposedly go back to the Philippines for 3 months, just me and the kids. It's because I am really homesick. I've been here for 2 years. He promised me that we're gonna go back to the Philippines at least once or twice a year, but that never happened. And we have activities like my ate is gonna get married, my big sister, and I am the maid of honor. And also, I wanted to do some christening for the kids, and also I wanted to spend Christmas with my whole family. It's been 2 years
I don't
since
know.
they haven't seen Grace and they haven't met Rocky, because gave birth to Rocky here in Hawaii. And, it's just really a family thing. You need to go back. And it's just sad. It's because fast forward to the booking day, I already booked going back to the Philippines. And then that the same day, he canceled it too. It's because he said that I'm ungrateful. It's because I didn't say thank you right away. It's because at that time I got excited.
She's so many times he's promised her to go home. It's just, I don't know, very controlling to deny your partner like the things that truly make her happy. She's not a kid. Like, just let the lady breathe. Go home, relax. It's not easy being a trad wife. Wives also need some space, Wives also need to be taken care of. Everything's not about them taking care. Like, some of our actions can tell you a lot about how people feel about a certain situation.
It's because the ex-wife said that she's gonna come same day, same exact day when he booked it. He canceled it. And I don't have any choice. It's because I don't have money, don't have any control about.
And I discovered through text that she had been discussing this with her family and making plans to also take the children.
My ate, my big sister, is back in the Philippines. I contacted her about what's going on here. And then I told her that my mom is going to go back same date with my papa. And she needs to book for my ate. But that didn't happen. It's because they had to rebook the ticket for them to go back to the Philippines. It's earlier because my papa supposedly go back to the Philippines on January 5th. But that didn't happen. They went back home yesterday, December 30, and they arrive at December 31. You know what's really sad is that my parents are very excited.
Okay, like what kind of man does that, purposely get your wife excited and then destroy her happiness in a split second with your actions just because it makes you feel good? What kind of man does that? And yes, I understand that he's pissed about her relating with her parents much more than like him in that situation. But from what I can tell, he's just jealous that she's obviously like having a much better connect with her parents, being around or feeling much more happier than when they spend time together, if you ask me. So I really feel disgusted by that.
And she needs to book for my ate. But that didn't happen. It's because they had to rebook the ticket for them to go back to the Philippines. It's earlier because my papa supposedly go back to the Philippines on January 5th, but that didn't happen. They went back home. Yes, especially my papa. He thought that it's gonna be a great trip, but it's disaster. They came here just to be disrespected. They stress na sobrang stress na makakuha nila. They're supposed to have a good time here. Pero yung nakuha nila yung pambabastos. Sobrang sakit ang ulo ko kasi nakita ko yung mga mukha nila. Nakita ko yung...
Honestly, I don't know how I feel about it. The fact that she's clearly in a position where she doesn't have money speaks a lot. I mean, she has a YouTube channel, she has her TikTok page. So how is it that she doesn't have money? That's not okay. I mean, for a lady, every lady needs... I keep on saying this. This is why I keep saying this. You ladies don't always have to give up everything for a man. Even your finances. You should at least have your own finances to take care of yourself when things like this go south. I find this entire situation to be very sad for Jayan. I respect her decision and her marriage and how she chooses to work things out. But just in case she's watching this, or just in case you're one of these ladies that find yourself in this situation, I hope you find the strength to, like, you know, make things work. In Jayan's case, they had to come on the internet to find, like, you know, a common ground for even setting boundaries or having this discussion. But for some women, the struggle might be much more than that, and for some women it involves their lives being at risk. Because if you want a traditional wife, you need your traditional wife to be happy about the role that she has in your life, and that also means having to meet her own demands. It's not just about your demands, her demands as well. If you want someone to act in a specific way, or like raise your kids in a specific way or in the way that you want, then you also need to prioritize your wife's mental health, her own happiness, because she's the one who's gonna help shape the family or give you the kind of family that you imagine for yourself. But if she's not happy, you see situations like this where they want to go back home, they don't want to play that role anymore. And when marriages come to this point, it's like really a fragile breaking point where it's either a change happens, and it's not just Chad becoming the kind of person that she wants, but even Jayan becoming another different version of herself in the way that, you know, makes the marriage work. And that is even her also having a say for herself, you know, not letting him decide everything that she wants. But if she's comfortable with the Chad role, I guess she shouldn't have any reason to leave the marriage, and she should be clearly happy about her role, the role that she's playing. But it's so obvious she's not happy about the role that she's playing. So I definitely think that on both spectrum, a change needs to be observed for things to work. I hope they find means to make their marriage work. I hope you guys are able to keep the comment section respectful, as I have also tried my best to keep my opinions very respectful. Let me know what you think about Jayan's response and this whole situation and passport bro situation. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.